Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joe, and welcome to Strat Baseball History, where we will continue our 1962 replay with a game between the Cincinnati Reds and the Los Angeles Dodgers. This occurred on April 12, 1962. We're not doing as played, but we are following the original schedule as scheduled. Forgive the occasional thumping, as you will hear my neighbor's children running around upstairs, like wild animals that they are. In any case, it's Monday afternoon. The 1 p.m. game is set to go. The pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers is on the mound. His name is Stan Williams. He's 14-12 with a 4.46 ERA and 28 starts in 1962. Here we'll be facing a Cincinnati Reds lineup of third baseman Eddie Casco, second base Don Blasingame, center fielder Vader Pinson, right fielder Frank Robinson, left field Wally Post, behind the plate catching Johnny Edwards, Leo Cardenas at shortstop, batting eighth, and first base Don Pavlitic today, and the pitcher for Cincinnati, Jim Maloney, will be batting ninth. Without further ado, let's get to the first pitch. Stan Williams ready, and Casco's in the box. It's a 4-11. Ground ball back to Stan Williams at the pitcher's mound. That's a 7 to a pitcher 4. Let's see. That's going to be an error. So Williams picks it up, throws it in the dirt, and Casco is safe at first. So Casco's on to start the Cincinnati offense. He's a D-stealer. They're not going to bother holding him. Blasingame comes up. So Williams deals to him. How about a 4-7? Single 1-2 or a line out to shortstop. It's going to be a line out to the shortstop, Wills, for the first out. Now batting center fielder Vader Pinson. How about a 6-4 pop out to first base? Ron Fairley handles that one for the second out. And here is Hall of Famer and superstar Frank Robinson. Robinson had a hell of a season in '62. We'll have to see if he replicates it in our replay. Williams ready, Casco perched at first, and Robinson in the box. Bat wiggling slightly. Here's the pitch by Williams. A 5-2 is a ground ball to second. The second baseman, Burright, is a 2. 17 on the 2 is going to be an out. So a 4-3. And the end of the first inning. So despite the error, Cincinnati does not score. Casco stranded at first. And Jim Maloney taking the mound for the Reds for the bottom of the first. Maloney is 9-7 with a 3.51 ERA and 17 starts in '62. Not a bad season. Didn't play the full season. 90 hits in 115 innings and 105 strikeouts to go with 66 walks. He gave up 11 dingers. He'll face a Dodgers lineup of shortstop Maury Wills, third baseman Jim Gilliam, center fielder Willie Davis, left fielder Tommy Davis, first baseman Ron Fairley, right fielder Frank Howard, catcher Johnny Roseborough, the second baseman Larry Burright, and the pitcher, of course, batting ninth, Stan Williams. So Maloney's ready to go, and he'll face Wills. Wills, when he gets on base, is a speed demon. Ground ball to shortstop. We'll have to see if he beats this out. Cardenas is a 3. Shortstop 3 is a 12. That's going to be an out. 6-3. They just nabbed Wills at first. Good play by Cardenas, and there's one down for the Dodgers. Excuse me. Jim Gilliam steps into the box. That is a 2-6, double 1-14, or a single. Single 16-20 it is. As they play that well, and Gilliam's a B stealer. They'll hold him on. Makes him a 1-10 to steal second, so we're going to let Willie Davis hit here. 3-7 is a ground ball, first base A. That's going to be a 3-6-1 double play to retire the Dodgers and get out of the inning. So no score after 1. Coming up for the Reds, Wally Post to lead it off against Stan Williams. The pitch, a 2-5, single 1-2 or a line out to third. There's a line drive to the third baseman. Gilliam snares it out of the air, and there's one gone. Coming up next, the catcher for Cincinnati, Johnny Edwards. The pitch by Williams. We've lost him under the mat. Oh no! It's a 4-4. Fly ball to center field. That's Willie Davis. He is a 3. You roll a 5 on the 3. That's an out. So 2 are down. Davis takes that one, no problem. And Leo Cardenas, the shortstop, is due up for the Cincinnati Reds. Williams pitches. How about a 4-9? That's a double 1-15 or a single. It's going to be a double for Cardenas with 2 outs. He pulls into second ahead of the throw. And there's a runner in scoring position for first baseman Don Pavlitic. Stan Williams with the pitch, 2-9, and strikes out Pavlitic to end the inning. So after 1.5 no score, the Dodgers coming up with the heart of their order, Davis, Fairley, and Howard. Tommy Davis ready and Maloney with the pitch. How about a 4-7? That is a base on balls to Tommy Davis. Davis is a B stealer. -3 makes him a 1-10 as well. So they'll hold him at first, and here's Ron Fairley. Solid hitter is Fairley. That's a 6-9 overall. Home run 1-12, double 13-20. It's going to be a double. Off the wall, bounces around. Davis, a 1-16, is being waved around at third. He's trying to score, and he's in. So Fairley gives the Dodgers a 1-0 lead. With an RBI double here. Nobody out, and Frank Howard coming up. Maloney deals to Howard. That's a 3-7. Another possible extra base hit, a triple 1-5, or a single. That's a single. 2 asterisk will get Fairley home. And Howard, with a good line drive to the outfield for an RBI. Well, 2 runs are in. Howard is on first. Anchor around his e-stealing waist, and John Roseborough gets a chance to bat. Maloney with the pitch. It's a 1-10. Lofts a fly ball out to right field. This one will be in range and caught short of the track by Frank Robinson for the first out. That brings up Larry Burright to face Maloney. How about a 4-8? That's a grounder to short. Cardenas a 3. We roll a 4. And that's an out 1. So, with Burright will be retired, but Howard will move to second. And the good news there is no double play, and that means because Stan Williams is going to get a chance to hit and at least clear his spot in the batting order here in the second. So Maloney deals to Williams. That is a 6-7 and gets him on strikes to end the inning. But the Dodgers pick up 2 here in the second. And now lead 2-0. Williams will deal to Maloney to lead off the third for Cincinnati. Maloney in the box and Williams with the pitch. 1-7. Ground ball to second. Burright over to Fairley for the first out. That brings up Eddie Casco. He reached on an error. His first at bat. The pitch, a 3-2. That's a fly ball to right field. Howard roams over and takes it for the second out to retire Casco. But nobody's on. 2-man out, and Don Blasingame is up. Popped up on the infield his last time up. Williams with the pitch. That's a 1-8. This time he pops it out to the second baseman Burright to end the inning. A 1-2-3 inning here for Stan Williams. Still no Cincinnati runs. And Jim Maloney will face the top of the Dodgers order. Wills, Gilliam, and Davis. Here's Maury Wills, 0 for 1 so far. 6-6. And he's down on strikes. Maloney with a nasty pitch to set Wills down. That brings up Jimmy Gilliam. Gilliam singled his first time up and was doubled off. How about a 5-5 down on strikes? So Maloney coming after these Dodgers hitters the second time through the order. And now it's Willie Davis who grounded into a 3-6-1 his first time up. 2 outs, nobody on. How about a 6-10? And he strikes out the side, does Maloney. Jim was annoyed himself that he gave up those 2 runs in the second, was determined not to do it this inning. But after 3, 2-0 Los Angeles, and the Reds coming up. Vada Pinson to lead it off in the fourth. This is Stan Williams. Pinson a 1-9, that's a grounder to second. Burright over to Fairley for the first out. is Frank Robinson. What a 3-6. That's a base hit for Robinson up the middle. The future Hall of Famer doing a good job. He's a B. He'll be held on. And no real threat to steal with a good hitter in Wally Post coming up next. Williams deals to Post 4-2. Lofts a fly ball to left field. And Tommy Davis catches it for the second out. So Robinson on first. He'll face Johnny Edwards will step up to the plate to face Stan Williams. 2 outs, 1 man on. The pitch by Williams, a 5-8. That is a walk. And that'll give it first and second for Leo Cardenas. Cardenas doubled his first time up. He can be a dangerous hitter. Williams better not take him lightly. Williams deals. That is a 1-7. Cardenas gets the bat on it, but lofts it. The medium left. And that will be the end of the inning. Cincinnati once again, no score, 2 runners left on base. And Maloney takes the mound to face the heart of the Dodgers order again. The last time they scored 2 runs. Tommy Davis walked his first time up. How about a 3-7? Babe. Blowing it up, Babe.
Here.
That's a line out to third base as the Babe burps her way through the fourth inning.
Gotta have a beer at the ball game.
Having a beer at the ball game, she is. That brings Ron Fairley up. 1 down. Fairley 1-8. Single 1 to 17 or a line out to second. That's a line out to second on the 18. So that's the second time the Dodgers have just missed a critical hit. It's now 2 outs, and here's Frank Howard dealing with Maloney. How about a 5-9? That's a strikeout. The 5th strikeout for Maloney on the day. And the Dodgers go down in order. Both pitchers pitching relatively well, but Williams so far has the best of Maloney. He'll face the bottom of the order, Pavlitic, Maloney, and then Casco again. Pavlitic struck out his first time up. The pitch from Williams. But a 6-10 lofts a fly ball to center field. Willie Davis over and retires Pavlitic. Here's Maloney. Grounded out his first time up. How about a 1-6? He'll ground out again to the shortstop this time. No problem for Wills. Over to Fairley for the second out. And that brings up Casco, who's 0 for 2 on the day, although he did reach on an error. That is a 2-4 line drive, but right at Gilliam at third. That is the end of the 5th. Another 1-2-3. No hits, no base runners left. And Los Angeles maintains their 2-0 lead. Maloney to face Roseboro, Burright, and Williams in the bottom of the 5th. Here's Johnny Roseboro. 3-3. Pop out to second. But we have to roll for an injury. 14. That's going to be at least a little bit of time for Roseboro, who's got 439 plate appearances. 14 indicates a 4-game injury. And that'll be allowed. So, Roseboro is out for 4 games. He must have pulled something. He pulled his groin, says the Babe. So Roseboro's going to have to go sit down. And they're going to have to bring in another catcher. Although they don't have to do that till the next half inning, but they have 2 to choose from. They do, and they're going to go ahead and bring in Norm Sherry. Sherry's a catcher, too, with a -1 on. So Roseboro will miss a couple of days, and Norm Sherry will take his place in the lineup. The lineups are up to date, and with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th, Larry Burright will come up to face Maloney. 2-7, that's a fly ball to left. No problem for Wally Post. He puts it away for the second out. And Stan Williams, who has himself a shutout going, will hit for himself in the bottom of the fifth. Maloney deals, it's a 3-9, and he strikes out Williams for the second time. A 1-2-3 inning. The Dodgers not happy about the injury to Roseboro. We hope he'll be alright long term, and it won't be a chronic series for the season. In any case, Williams goes back to the mound. He'll face Blassingame, Pinson, and Robinson here in the sixth. Blassingame 0 for 2 so far. How about a 5-5? Grounded short. Wills is a 2. We roll a 3. And that's a out 1. So 6-3 for Blassingame. Wills takes care of it, no problem. Here's Pinson, also 0 for 2. A 5-6 is a ground to the second. Second baseman Burright is a 2. We'll roll a 6. And that's an out 3. 4-3. Burright to Fairley for the second out. And here's Robinson. He's got one of the 2 Cincinnati hits off of Williams. Let's see if he figures him out. Williams deals. It's a 2-6. Nope, he doesn't. Pops it up on the infield. Wills drifts over, calls everybody off, and makes the catch for the third out. So, another 1-2-3 inning. Dan Williams really pitching today. And Maloney takes the mound to face the top of the Dodgers order. Here's Maury Wills. 0 for 2, struck out his last time up. 2-12, he'll strike out here again. Maloney has his number now. There's one gone for Los Angeles. Here's Jim Gilliam, 1 for 2, also struck out his last time up. 5-7, single 1 to 7 or a line out. That's a 16, that's a line out to second base, where Blassingame handles it without a problem for the second out. That'll bring up Willie Davis. Davis 0 for 2, he's grounded into a double play and struck out today. A 4-7 is going to be a base on balls. The first walk issued by Maloney. Yes, that's his new nickname. It's when you know it's time to take a sip of water. And in any case, Willie Davis is an A stealer. Edwards a -1 arm and a -2 hold. Makes him a 1-12 to steal second. And the very good hitter Tommy Davis coming up. So they're holding Willie Davis close, and Tommy Davis waits for the pitch from Jim Maloney. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. 1-5. That's trouble, ladies and gentlemen. Tommy Davis gets a hold of that one. It's deep to left field. A home run 1-14 or a triple. Once again, we roll high, and it is a 3-base hit. Another run will score for Los Angeles as Willie Davis comes around. Tommy Davis slides into third easily ahead of the throw with an RBI triple. So Davis on third here in the sixth. The Dodgers now leading 3-0, and Ron Fairley with 2 outs will try to get Tommy home. Maloney deals to Fairley. How about a 6-5? That is a base on balls. And suddenly, 3 straight batters have reached base against Maloney. It may be tiring, but they're going to leave him in to deal with Frank Howard. First and third, 2-man out. Howard, 1 for 2 on the day. 3-4. Well, that was apparently a mistake. Maloney grooved one, and Howard did not hesitate. A 3-run home run for Los Angeles. Frank Howard drives them all in. And things have gotten out of hand here. The Dodgers now with a 6-0 lead over the Cincinnati Reds. Howard takes his time rounding the bases, and Jim Maloney's day is done for Cincinnati. He cannot get through the 6th inning today. He started getting shelled there. And down 6-0. They're going to put in inning eater Johnny Klipstein in relief of Maloney. Klipstein, a pitcher too. Seven and 6 with a 4.47 ERA and 109 innings pitched. Excuse me, 1 second. The allergies are strong this season. So Klipstein is going to be a pitcher 6. Let's swap out his pitcher sitting card for accuracy. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You see all the behind-the-scenes Strat-O-Matic moves right here on this broadcast. If it's happening on the game, it's happening in real life. If I'm coughing and the babe's burping, it's going to be right here in the video. I do mute the cough so as not to blow out your ears. But it's hard to talk for a half hour straight without taking a little cough and water break occasionally. So, Klippenstein will be relieving Maloney. Let's update our roster here. The only thing I don't like about doing this, but I think it's a useful tool. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you like the lineups on the, actually, not Klippenstein, it's Klipstein. Let me know if you like the lineups on the screen like this. I think they're probably helpful. But you'll be the ones to determine if they continue. Well, Klipstein's ready to go. His warm-up pitches are done, and he's ready to face catcher Norm Sherry. There's still 2 out. Now there's nobody on, thanks to Frank Howard. And Klipstein deals. That is a 3-12. Ground ball third base. Casco over to the first baseman, Pavlitic, and that'll finally end the 6th inning. But 4 big runs for Los Angeles. Heading for the 7th, they lead 6-2. Pardon me, 6-0. 6-0. Cincinnati has no runs against Stan Williams thus far. Here's Wally Post, hoping to change that. Williams with the pitch. That's a 5-11. And Post, who also happens to be 5'11", draws the walk. That'll bring up Edwards to catch. He's ready to bat. 0 for 1 on the day, walked his last time. Williams delivers a 4-8. Uh-oh. Williams might be getting tired. There's a base hit. Post will hold at second. And Leo Cardenas coming up. Trying to get things shaken up here. Stan Williams. Cardenas is 1 for 2 today. Williams might be getting tired. In fact, his POW inning is 6, and we're in the 7th. So 1 more base hit means his day is done. What a 6-9. Well, that's 1 more base hit, folks. A 1-1, single 2 to 20. It's going to get Cincinnati on the board with a Leo Cardenas base hit. RBI single. Post will score. Edwards over to third. And Cardenas settles in at first, happy with the RBI. And that is all for Williams. The Williams pitches 6 complete and then can't get an out here in the 7th. So they pull Williams, and let's see who's going to be the pitcher. He stands to win it if they can hold on. I'm going to bring in Larry Sherry. Sherry, by the way, is a 3. Can't type. There we go, and we've got Klipsty over here. Let's change that. We'll give him his full name. Oh no, it's just not. It ran out of room apparently. Alright, so Sherry is in the game. He is a pitcher 3. I got confused because the catcher we put in is also named Sherry. Norm Sherry. I don't know if they're related. He's got a POW of 3. So we've got 2 Sherrys in the game. Now all we need is a glass of wine. Preferably with a cherry. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, it's going to be okay though. And here's Don Pavlitic coming up. First and second for Pavlitic here in the 7th. Sherry ready to go, and he deals. It's a 4-5, and he strikes out Pavlitic. Well, with 1 run in, the plan was to pitch Klipstein the rest of the way, but his day might be cut short. Yes, it is. They're going to pull him back, because Cincinnati needs to try to score some of these runs here. So Klipstein's out, right after we fixed his name. And there will be a pinch hitter. Give us a second to select one. The pretend Clipstein never even came in. No, he did pitch to one batter and did his job. So, who's the batter going to be? Very possibly. Like it's gonna be. Can't get these two cards apart, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's gonna be Jerry Lynch. Lynch, normally a regular, was trying to enjoy a day off today. But apparently he's gonna have to come in and hit. I'm just kidding. Jerry's actually pretty excited about this moment. First and second, one out. He's not pitching, he's hitting. And Larry Sherry ready to deal to Lynch. Here's the pitch, 6-6, a fly ball to center. That's going to be deep enough to score a run. So it's caught by Willie Davis, Edwards tags and scores, and that's a second run now for Cincinnati. Still a man on, 2 outs. Ardanius, not much of a stealing threat. He does have good speed on the base paths, though. And Sherry will now face Eddie Casco. How about a 3-11? That's a line drive. Hard hit right at Gilliam, though. And that's the third out here in the 7th. The Reds pick up a pair. Lynch will sit down. And the new pitcher for Cincinnati is going to be Jim Brosnan. Jim Brosnan. No affiliation with Pierce Brosnan that we're aware of. Babe's calling the game from behind me. Don't really know what's going on, but hey, she's into it, man. We take that as a compliment. She's been listening to this crap all day, so... Well, she likes it, apparently. She has no idea who any of these players are. So Brosnan is in at pitcher. He's got a POW of 2. He'll take the place of Clipsty. And we're ready to go. Brosnan will face the bottom of the Dodgers order here in the 7th. Burright, the pitcher, Sherry at this point. And then Wills at the top. Burright 0 for 2 on the day. Brosnan deals 2-7. Flies out to left field. Post makes easy work of it. And Larry Sherry does not bat 6, he bats 1. We're going to keep Sherry in for at least one more inning, it looks like it. So Sherry will bat for himself against Brosnan. 1-6 is a strikeout. He didn't expect much, he gave it a whack, and hit nothing but air. So Brosnan didn't give him any quarter. No quarter for his fellow pitcher, he's trying to win a game here, folks. Maury Wills 0 for 3 on the day. Maury's had a slow start to the season so far. Well, he hears me say that, and lines a base hit up the middle. The Wills on at first, a Triple-A stealer. That means the only thing that matters is the catcher's arm. And the catcher's arm is a -1, so he's 1-16. You cannot keep Maury on first base. He's going to try to steal. That is a 4. Maury has stolen second. And he's dancing around third like he wants to go, but he'll let Jim Gilliam try to get a base hit. So Brosnan deals to Gilliam. How about a 5-5? Brosnan strikes Gilliam out for the last out in the 7th. Wills looks sad. He didn't get to try to steal third. But after 7 innings, the Dodgers lead the Cincinnati Reds 6-2. For the Reds, Blasingame due up to lead off against Cherry. Here's the pitch from Cherry, a 1-7, and he walks him. That's not good news. Well, it is if you're a Cincinnati fan. And that brings up Pinson. Beta Pinson is 0 for 3 today, has not been able to get the ball out of the infield. Let's see if he does any better against Sherry than he did against Williams. About a -- Catcher's card X. He's technically in the infield, so I guess not. The The catcher Sherry is a 2. And that's a 15 on a 2. That's a foul out. So he's hit a couple to second, one to first, and now one to the catcher. If Pinson gets another at bat, he'll be aiming for the third base or shortstop to round things out. So with one down in blasting game on first, Frank Robinson steps in. Robinson 1 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch from Sherry. How about a 2-8? That's a ground ball. Down to third. Back to second for 1, and over to first for the double play to end the inning. Unfortunate results for Cincinnati here in the 8th, as they still need 4 runs to get this one tied up, and they'll only have one more chance. Brosnan returns to the mound. He's going to face Davis, and Faley and try to keep the score right where it is. Here's Willie Davis, 0 for 2 with a run and a walk on the day. 4-8. Well, there's his first base hit, a double. Off Brosnan's card. And Davis at second, a speedster. They will not be holding him. Tommy Davis coming up. How about a 6-7? Well, there's a single. Brosnan does the exact opposite of what they've asked of him. He immediately lets up another run. It's now 7-2 Los Angeles. They'll have to hold Tommy Davis at first, and Ron Fairley comes up. Brosnan trying to induce a double play. How about a 5-5? Well, a strikeout is good. That gets the first out of the way. Here's Frank Howard. Howard, of course, 4 RBIs on the day, an RBI single back in the second, and a 3-run home run that broke things open in the 6th. Brosnan was ready to pitch to him. Howard in the box, and it is a 1-4. The fly ball to center. Pinson roams over and takes it for the second out. So with Tommy Davis still on first and 2 outs, Norm Sherry will take his second bat in relief of Roseboro. Brosnan's ready to pitch. It's a 6-6, and that is a strikeout. Sherry goes down, and the Dodgers are finished in the 8th, but they add a run, and now lead by 5, 7-2. Coming up for their final chances, the Reds will have Wally Post leading off. Larry Sherry is going to stay in. Try to get things done. He's got a significant lead, and he deals to Post. 2-8. That's a grounder down to third. Gilliam over to Fairley, and that is the first out here in the 9th. 2 chances left, and Johnny Edwards will take one of them and see what he can do with it. Against Sherry. Sherry deals. How about a 5-3? That's a grounder back to the pitcher, who is a 3. Roll a 9 on the pitcher 3 chart. Is an out. So Sherry snags it, throws it over to Fairley for the second out. And that brings up Cardenas, who has had a successful day, 2 for 3, with a double and an RBI. But he needs to get something started if Cincinnati's going to have any chance at all. The pitch from Sherry to Cardenas, 2-6. Well, Cardenas knows his job. Double 1 to 4, single 5 to 20. His third hit of the day. And Pavlitic is due up. We'll have to see if he hits. He has not had a successful day. Struck out twice and hasn't looked good doing it. They're going to pull Don. And they're going to pinch hit for him with Marty Keogh. Pinch hitter Keogh strides to the plate. He's ready to go. So Sherry steps back on the mound, ready to deal. Cardenas at first, 2 down. The Reds down to their last out. And here's the pitch. A 1-4 is a grounder to shortstop. That looks like an easy one for Wills. He's going to pick it up and throw over to Fairley for the final out of the game. The Reds go down without scoring, and the final score in this one is the Los Angeles Dodgers 7, the Cincinnati Reds 2. So Maloney's going to take the loss for this one. The winner For the Dodgers is going to be Williams, and the player of the game is, of course, the 4 RBI man and his 3-run home run, Frank Howard. So thank you folks for tuning in. This is Joe for the Strat-O-Matic Baseball History Network, reminding you that we have games every day at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. on the channel. Tune in and don't miss any of our great baseball action here at Strat Baseball History. This again is Joe signing off for the day. We hope you have a good one and stay safe and healthy.